The Jimmy from Oklahoma, the second of two questions I'll ask from him. Any low key stories? No disrespect to him, but he seems like he may have been a pain to deal with, and maybe the only person with a voice deeper than Lanny Poffo's.
I have a low key story, but I forget how it goes. We asked him to do something, and in that real deep voice, he says, I don't think low key would do that, or something like that. Like he talks again. Remember, I talked about uh who was it? I said talked in the third person.
Luger, was it?
Luger. And low key was the same deal. And he was kind of if you got him alone and started talking to him, he was okay. But and he's not a big guy, but he does a lot of great stuff. And he didn't have many facials, and his interviews were just like they were in the dressing room. They'd put you to sleep. But in the ring, he did some fantastic stuff. See, TNA was invented for the smaller guys to do all these crazy moves. And he was probably one of the best. But and what was the question? He said was who put him in there?
He says he seems like he may have been a pain to deal with.
He was, because I had a couple of his matches, and see, I live by the slogan, the path of least resistance. So sometimes I'm not going to get in there and argue and argue and argue wrestling philosophy with guys that I just need to get 5 minutes in, 6 minutes in. I became a content creator before I even knew what the term meant. I said, guys, have the match. We need you to win. You don't need to tell the other guy he had to go under. He had to lose. And what a lot of agents did said, you guys come up with it. So I kind of put a shield up in front of me and gave it to his opponent. Then let him work it out. So all I wanted them to do was have a hell of a match. I'm not going to go in there and tell these guys how to do a match that's not my style. I want them. I would go back in there and they would lay it out for me, and then I would do some final adjustments, and we were ready to go. So that was my job. But yeah, he was just a little bit hard to work with.
Did he knock anybody out with a working kick at any point? Because he has done that.
Well, I don't think he knocked anybody out then, or not anybody that made a big fuss about it. Of course, if he knocks you out, you may not be able to make a big fuss. Hell, you're knocked out. So when you go in the dressing room, there's a guy going, whoa, low key kicked him.